Please turn to page 7 of the Kurukulla book. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from bias, attachment, and hatred. To the founder, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. When, O supreme among humans, you were born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you who were wise, then I prostrate. With pure bodies formed supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With supreme signs, face like spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you, the 3 worlds are not, incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior, having great compassion, the founder, having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and who also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Homage to the Supreme Buddha, homage to the Dharma refuge, homage to the great Sangha, to all 3 ever devout homage. To all worthy of respect, bowing with bodies as many as all realms, atoms, in all aspects, with supreme faith I pay homage. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions. Perform only perfect virtuous actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a mirage, the flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud. See conditioned things as such. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the foe of thoughts, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. From Tushita's hundreds of God's protector's heart, to tip of this fresh, pure, white, heaved curd like cloud, O Loksandrapa, Dharma's omniscient king, pray come to this place with your disciples. In space ahead, on lion throne, lotus and moon, venerable Guru, smile brightly with delight. Pray stay hundreds of eons to spread doctrine. As supreme merit, feel for my mind of faith Your wisdom mind sees full range of knowables. Eloquent speech adorns fortunate ears. Your beauteous body, fame, glory, outstanding. Homage to you, worthwhile to think of, hear, and see. Pleasant offerings of water, various flowers, fragrant incense, light perfume, and so on. Oceans of offerings set out and envisioned, offered up to you, supreme field of merit, non-virtue committed with body, speech, and mind, which I have heaped up since beginningless time, especially what has contradicted 3 vows. Each I confess from my heart with strong regret. In time of strife you strove to learn and practice, shunned ape mundane concerns, made life essenceful. O protector from depths of our hearts, we rejoice in your powerful great deeds. Venerable gurus from love and wisdom, clouds densely massed in your Dharmakaya sky, pray looser rain of vast profound Dharma on fields of disciples just as needed. May whatever virtue that I've here gathered bring benefit to all beings and doctrine, and may it make venerable Tsongkhapa's essential teachings specially shine forever. Migme te wei te chen chen reizig, dreame kiempe wampo jompe yang, dupu mangu zhong se song wei dag, gan tian ke pe sung gen song kapa, lo san ta be jabla so adem. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus on my crown, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments of body, speech, and mind. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments common and supreme. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness, until supreme awakening remains steadfast. Homage to the exalted 3 jewels. Thus have I heard at one time the Blessed One was dwelling in Radhagriha on Vulture Mountain, together with a great assembly of monks and a great assembly of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One was absorbed in the concentration of the countless aspects of phenomena called profound illumination. At that very time, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, was looking perfectly at the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, perfectly looking at the emptiness of inherent existence of the 5 aggregates also. Then, through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, how should a child of the lineage train who wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom? Thus he spoke, and the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, replied to the Venerable Shariputra as follows. Shariputra, whichever son or daughter of the lineage wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, should look perfectly like this, subsequently looking perfectly and correctly at the emptiness of inherent existence of the 5 aggregates also. Form is empty, emptiness is form, emptiness is not other than form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, like this, all phenomena are empty, without characteristics. That is, they are not produced and do not cease. They have no defilement and no separation from defilement. They have no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, no consciousness. There is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visible form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, and no mental phenomenon. There is no I element, and so forth, up to no mind element, up to no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance and no cessation of ignorance, and so forth, up to no aging and death, and no cessation of aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, no origin, no cessation, and no path, no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the perfection of wisdom, and because their minds have no obstructions, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in the three times, by relying upon the perfection of wisdom, become manifest and complete Buddhas in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, and complete enlightenment. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the equal to the unequaled mantra, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering, since it is not false, should be known as the truth. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is proclaimed. Tayata gate gate som gate bodhisoha. Shariputra, this is how a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom. Then the Blessed One arose from that concentration and said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva, the great being, well said, O child of the lineage, so it is. The profound perfection of wisdom should be practiced exactly as you have taught, and the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, the Venerable Shariputra, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva, the great being, and the entire assembly, as well as worldly beings, gods, humans, demigods, Gandharvas, and others, were filled with admiration and highly praised what had been spoken by the Blessed One. In the holy supreme abode of the Dakinis, possessed of clairvoyance and miraculous power, unwaveringly caring for practitioners as your children, homage to the host of the three places Dakinis. Akasamara Sachadava Samaraya Pe. Taya ta om gate gate paragate parasom gate bodhisoha. Through the power of the truth of the exalted three-jewel speech, may all on the side of negativities such as the four Maras be stopped. May they become non-existent. May they be pacified. All enemies, obstructors, and hindrances, shante kui soha. The 80,000 types of obstructors pacified, free from adverse and harmful conditions. May all be conducive and perfect auspiciousness. Bring happiness and well-being here right now. Saji Purki Jun Xing Me Tong Tramri Rabling Ji Ni De Gen Padi Sangye Jingdu Migte Uwa Yi Tokunamdag Jing La Chur Pasho Jetsun Lama Dampa Kenam Hi Chukukala Tien Se Tring Drine Jita Sampe Duje Jima La Jagye Chugi Chapa Wabtu So Idam Guru Rabbamadala Kaniyatayani Shodan Soke Chognam La Jangchub Badu Dagni Kapsu Chi Dagi Chernam Ki Personam Ki Drola Penche Songge Dropa Sho Chodang Soke Choknam La Jangchub Badu Dagni Kapsu Chi Dagi Chunam Ki Pesonam Ki Chola Penche Songge Jokpa Sho Chodang Soke Choknam La Jangchub Badu Dagni Kapsu Chi Dagi Chunam Ki Pesonam Ki Chola Penche Songge Jokpa Sho.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Everyone comfortable? Would you like to sit on the chair? I think chair is better. Yeah. And if you sit chair, or more much relaxed, much comfortable. You can sit on chair, then you can put under the feet also the small pillow. Yeah. It's okay. You want maybe this under your feet, small one? Yeah. Thank you, Hari. That's good. Okay? It's a little comfortable? Oh, that's good. Oh? Yeah. Okay, that's good. Don't fall asleep, okay? If you fall asleep, then you fall asleep, you fall down. Anyway, it's wonderful for we all come together to little bit practice about Buddhism. The Buddhism is the best tools. Best tools to fix our mind. Our mind is completely broken. You think it's not broken, my mind's perfect. We think that, but our mind's completely broken. It's really broken. Therefore, usually all the religions, they fix for our mind. Then, in order to use the tool, fix our mind, we need to know how we can use. Usually there are two different ways. Like Tibetan, lay people, then like most Asians, like Chinese, Vietnam, like Buddhism, the Buddhism countries. And one way they go to the temples, the monks can chanting, you listen. The monks can give some through the water or you something, then you feel, oh, I feel good, oh, God blessing. This is one way. The second way is, you really, what Buddha told us, we really use the tool, then change our mind. Usually this is the best one. Therefore, whatever we learn in the books, because if we read the books, we study books, is purpose to practice our daily life. Therefore, we read, we know, but we don't practice, it doesn't fix our mind. Like example, you go to the store, you buy the all kind things to cook your very delicious lunch or dinner. Then you know how you cook, You have all the ingredients, whatever you want to cook. You put everything on the table. You just watch. You have everything. You know how you cook, you have everything, but you don't really action. Then you don't get food. Right? Because you know you have them, but you don't action. Therefore, we heard Buddhism many times. Do that, this bad, go to heaven, go to hell, don't go hell, you know. But really, we don't really do action, then our minds always same. Okay? Then we need to little bit always meditation to whatever we learn, things we don't live on the book. We need to put into our mind. It's not easy. We say things very easily, including myself, but the doing things very difficult. Right? You say meditation. How can we meditation? 2 minutes, maybe 1 second, our minds all gone. Okay? Today we do that some different way. I would like to maybe everyone just looking, not bad, you know, from here to here, all the statues, or the books, or the flowers, or the lights, you know, just very clear look. First you open your mind, you just open your eyes, look. After you look everything, then few minutes, close your eyes, try to back how much you can remember. This is a very gross way to remember, okay? You know, what color, what kind of cloth or they can wear, how their hand position, how many hands, how many eyes, what look like, does he or she has a hair, anything to hold a hand. Okay, now you close your eyes. I hope you already take pictures. Now try to remember every single statues, books, colors, how their hand position, what color. One by one. Okay, are you still halfway? I can see some people go 2 times. Some maybe stop the way. Okay, this is how you meditation, okay? This is very gross, physical things. We can just see. It's not complicated things. Now we learn the book. with a refuge, bodhicitta, compassion, loving kindness, emptiness, we learn from the book, then we need to think about that way. It makes for that. First, maybe you have no idea, then second time, third time. Also meditation not too long, no longer than 5 minutes. Continue. Otherwise, your mind's already gone. You can see now, even I'm talking, you look in some other place, you might go there. Right? If you heard the sound outside, you might go there. You don't really hear or you don't really catch what I say. Because our mind very, we call it, monkey mind. They go everywhere. They just jump up and jump. You know the monkeys? The trees, they jump up, then they jump there, like that. Our minds exactly like that. We need to keep the, same place. It's not easy. But you don't have to try to catch. You need to remember, recognize what your mind going on. Just you follow your mind. If you recommend that, it is also one of the meditation. You don't I don't want to think that, or I don't want to think about, I don't want to think that. You're not able to stop. You just, if right now if your mind going to outside, maybe your house, just recommend. Because you recommend that your mind doesn't think other things, you just want things. Recognize. Like if you guys see this flower here, everyone see? The moment you see your mind, eyes, your mind go there. Your mind doesn't go other place. The moment you hear some sound, your mind follow that way. If your mind recognize that things, it's all you to block other things. This is how you do meditation. Okay? Like example, now we're going to go to another way. Everyone knows Om Mani Padme Hum, right? It's very easy. First, we 2 times we recite with the sound. Then, without sound, you can read yourself, but also you have to read your heart, that remember or recognize you're reciting that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because you recognize that your mind already stuck that. Your mind doesn't go other place. You stuck there, but it's not you try to stop your mind that. Stop thinking others. Because your mind's very focused one object, then you already block other place. If you're able to do like that way, then you can do always very easy to meditation. Even you get very angry one day, or the face become red. It's easy to change at that time. You angry. Because you do other things, you recognize that things. The mind, angry minds, automatically go away. Okay? Okay, now we're going to, when the Om Mani Padme Hum, maybe 2, 3 times, then without sound, recite yourself, also remember or recognize, we say 1, 2, 3, Om Mani Padme Hum. There are how many syllables? Om Mani Padme Hum. 6 syllables, right? Some people say Om Mani Padme Hum, she. It's not extra. She is the, how you call it? Seed syllable for the Avalokite Shivara. Therefore, you can say it's fine. If you don't say, it's nothing missing. Usually we say 6 syllables. We don't say 7 syllables. Om Mani Padme Hum. If you recognize Om Mani Padme Hum, again, the moment that time, your mind already stopped that. Your mind stopped that. You don't really think other things. At the moment you hear some sound, the mind already go there. Okay? Okay. How many times you did? 3 times? 4 times? You want to remember? If you do too long, your mind already tired. It doesn't stop. Just couple seconds. Then again couple seconds. Then every day better. Then you can do like 4 hours meditation. I heard that some of the Western people, they can do meditation without destroy their mind like couple hours. Therefore, it's not happen something. It's not only that person that. Whatever we practice is perfect experience, right? Therefore, we need to do a lot of practice. Then when you able to do that, then you can meditation refuge. Buddha is the who he show us for path. The Dharma is the path. The Sangha is the who help for our practice to path. Like example, when we got sick, in order to recover, we need to find a good doctor. The doctor can find you have something wrong here, something wrong here. Right now, the Western doctors. Any doctors here? Is there's not much idea. They just only looking at the missions. The mission is broken. The doctors are broken. Tibetan doctors, the Chinese doctors, they're always looking how is that, post. They can find anything you are wrong. You don't have to go to special one, the special everyone. But here, if you are sick, the doctors, if I'm not very bad person, doctors, insurance, all business put together. They just make business. If they're honest, they're not really making the people to recover the medicine. Serious, how is that? Recover the sickness. They try to make how they can solve the medicine. You can really check. They check how can we can make more money, how can we make more business. They just put one by one. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm sorry that. But how you say? Therefore, what I have to say. Anyway, in order to we have some problem, we go to find doctor. Doctors check the machine says something. The doctor exactly copy that, send you. Right? What machine show? The fourth machine is broken. Then everyone broken. Then he said, okay, you have to take this medicine. You have this problem, you have to take this medicine. Then you go to the pharmacy, they get medicine. Now you find that you are dizzy, you find the medicine. Then, usually long term the nurse can give you medicine, but right now, so you can get 2 times a day, like you need to like 3 things together in order to recover our sickness. Same thing like that. We have the disease of the ignorance, attachment, angry, jealous, hater. This is our disease. In order to recover the disease, then we need to identify the disease. Then we need to find how we can fix only the medicine is the Dharma. Then who can help? Sangha he can help for, or who can practice Sangha. Therefore, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha are our refuge. Right? The sense we born, we all think me, myself, me or my family. Right? However, we say I, always I or me. It's different. I or me is different, same.
Yeah, it just depends.
It's a I, or my, or me. Me means just myself, right? I, my book, my car, my wife, my husband, my car, my house. Don't parking your park front of my house, your car. Don't block my driveway. Right? We said that, right? Okay. Don't your grass come to my house, my backyard. My backyard. Sometimes you know you have the two fence here. Guys here, they come here, they just cut here. You're not allowed to come here. This is my place, don't come there. Right? Like any kind, the person is very who has most strong grasping is most problem this person have.
So more self-grasping ignorance you have, grasping at the self you have, that much more problem you face.
Okay. Ani pechacha wayna. Nganzu kadi yimbayna, karsamdana. De ni kachire. De kokachite ngada kosa kadina tapa cheshare.
So we always separate ours and theirs like that, right? This is mine, this is yours. So we always separate that. So that's all right. There's no problem separating that way, right? Because we all, there are things that belongs to us and things that belongs to others. So we don't have to share everything.
So
even though there are things, it's true that there are things that belongs to us and that belongs to others, but if we are so attached to our things, then that much more problem we have, because how much strong attachment we have towards our things, that much problem we face when somebody else attacks or takes over on that property.
Okay, countries not pechana nganzu yaka nganzu ndole motashana nganzu nodashira yomara ta gunka susu ka chasha sa de la michi motashana nganzu te nimaniga te sometime
So like in the summertime, if somebody else, someone else parks their car in front of your house on the side street, you don't mind. But in the winter time, when there's a lot of snow and you have shoveled that area where you normally park, and if someone else comes and parks there, then the whole day you'll be thinking about that. So do you normally shovel and go to work?
Yeah.
When there's snow? So usually when people do that, then they will place a chair or something to hold it, right? And then the whole day they were thinking, oh, I have shoveled and there's a chair there, that place there. So in the evening when you come back, you find that there's someone else has parked their car there, then your fever will go 105.
Right?
So because you've been thinking this whole day, like, so, oh, I have shoveled my front parking space, and I have there reserved for me to come and park later. So because you think that whole day. So because you've been holding that in your mind, not all the time, but in the back of your mind, you have it all the time, thinking that, oh, I have shoveled, and save the space for myself to park later. But because you have this strong, grasping or holding on that thought, and therefore when someone else comes and parks there, then you feel very angry, you feel very upset. If you didn't have that, clinging to that, then someone else comes and parks, you wouldn't mind so much.
Right?
So if we understand that, then it will help us to reduce our self-grasping or grasping at the things as ours. And also we have this very strong thought, like conceptual thoughts and superstitions sometimes.
Right? O kantar chenda tendriga namto dan zogu nganzu semba machiwa shigura kanji nganzu semba machiwa ina ta nganzu nasa dushu terwa.
So that thought makes us unhappy. And so that thought is the worst of the diseases.
Okay? Tenda ta kaniji chedana kadena mo semko semba kuyambo jiwa tapisha gores.
And so what we should try to do is not have this kind of strong grasping thoughts, and be more relaxed.
Okay. Mid kase and relax yoga samji midla nyora nyoyong kore.
So however much more you feel relaxed, that much less problem you will face.
Example, small example. Someone always look at yourself. Okay, what kind of clothes I can wear this here? Look at that. Okay, people can see, right? You spend maybe half hour in the mirror. Put here, right? You always feel to high. I'm not saying don't wash your face. Of course, you have to clean that, but some person very caring how your hairs look low, always like David. Those people, when you go out, you look more like okay, how can you don't see how can look, but someone looking something serious, you feel unhappy. Really. Now someone person doesn't care, just whatever you find, just put words, just care, just caring. You go outside, people, you don't care, because you just very relaxed. Of course you can, you want to shave, you can shave, shave the hair, you want, hair's nice, but just karota tendi susulaya. Karon zmbasana tendi shuchimbo mewa yena. So
if you don't have that strong grasping or grasping at your ideas or thoughts and thinking that I should look this or that way, then when people look in different way, you don't care so much. Your mind will be more relaxed.
Right? It's true. Then we say, okay, today I have to be very careful, very important place. Then you just, the guys also put very strong tight here, even the weather's hot, strong coat, just stay there, not moving. The ladies have like this much heel, tick, they everyone where to go to, I'm not talking about you guys usually, right? Then, you just try to show up very fancily. If someone says, oh, today, something wrong with your clothes, then you're very upset because you try to best, you want to try to very sharp. Because this lot is our mind making. Right? Therefore, your mind's very relaxed. You don't really care too much things. I don't know how I can say. Anyway, the main thing is you always like open mind. Also, you can expect for anything to be possible. Good things happen, bad things happen. Good news, bad news. It's possible. If you expect that things, even something happen doesn't much bother you. Because you say, this is why this happened for me, this, big. Much as you care that you have much the problems, all the problems even the other person is very relaxed, you just walking around, you have no problems. You can see some birds, some birds just they find some food, some birds always running, because they're not very comfortable, they're looking for some other things. Therefore, the Buddha's teaching, how they teach for us, how we control our mind and how is the reality. Like all of us, we believe that science, we very surprised for science. They develop every day some new things, but they only develop or describe for the physical things. The Buddhism describes for our mental things. Therefore, it's very difficult, special. The Tibetan Buddhism is the most complicated subject for practice, study. Because something we ngamzugo chashi mejo teaching of the mandashi jago chashi mejo
because it talks about something that you have never expected, never planned about, something that you have never heard, so something very new. So that makes it a little more complicated.
Okay. Today kanzo nganzo hibasendo hibasede 가르스나 nganzo 저 삼수는 내 말에 타닌딩 텔레 히바라 그래서.
And we also talk about mind or consciousness, right? What is that? So it says something. Oh, this is this. This is that. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. So mind that thinks, that which thinks is called mind.
근데 삼게데 그 실로운데 죽요 말에 고빠르자요 말에.
So that which thinks doesn't have a physical form, doesn't have a picture. You can't touch it or see it.
얘나 드수 수수 얘든 제가 참말라 아니 수수 히바디가 남 가로 남이 가가 이제 그래.
So, but when it meets with the object, then a different consciousness or different mind will arise.
그리고 너무 암조고 다투고요래. 다세데 암조도 코라니 버게 까나시데 가디레나 아니 다이야 본도 다투션도 다든데레 다데마르 코타니자 가가자 그러고.
So when there is an object like a sound, then there is this ear consciousness, that thinks that, oh, this is a sound. So that's the ear consciousness that's here. And then when you see a form object, physical, then you see the eye consciousness seeing it. So depending on the object, then there are different kind of consciousnesses or minds. For example, like so if you see a new food which you have never tasted before with your eye, can you tell whether it's a spicy or not, whether it's a sweet or sour? Can you tell by looking at it? So you need the tongue consciousness to feel it, to understand it, right? And if you have never worn that cloth, can you tell by looking at it whether it's a soft or rough?
Yeah,
I mean you can assess it, right? Through the description you can assess it, but you can't really tell whether it's a soft or not. You need the body consciousness, to feel it. And so there are 5 sense objects, depending on the 5 sense consciousnesses. And then because of that, because of seeing the consciousness in a different way, through our mind, and then we make a mistake, and then through that, we experience all these sufferings. So for example, like we see advertisements, right? Commercials, advertisements, that they make it really look nice, right? The advertisement, the agents, or the companies, they make it look very nice, and then we think, oh, that's very nice, that's a mistaken, right? And because of that, and then we say, we go and buy and all these things, and now later find out, oh, this is not that good. Then we feel suffering, right?
and then I'm not saying business is bad, okay? She don't to young and do go Magamba to Chala, Penachala, Magamba to Chala Candy Gant, Booze Candy Gant. Yanti Ben adopted to Candy Gant, Kotata, Canina Tiger.
So these business people, they always check which one is more attractive, to which age of people. Like what is more attractive for the kids, what is more attractive for senior, older people, and what is more attractive for the young adults, like that.
And tell it to be any consultation and go to college independent. When Butroma Chene de Luna Cucine de Kawa, Luna Butroma Tindo was.
And so that's like adding a sugar for the ants. The ants, wherever you put a sugar, it will follow that. So then your mind, follows with these advertisements.
Right? And they got to Tsongkhapa under the guys, Tsongkhapa. And come to Chechares, Chicken, some senior, and they got to close the data channel door.
And then we go to the stores, right? They see the advertisement, and then we go to the store, and then we find out, oh, this one has a 50% discount. And then we, that makes us even more, want to buy it. And then we buy one, and we buy two, and then later it ends up, filling our whole closet.
And the Sunny Cricket bill letter, and I'm just a simple idea.
Then later, when you see the credit card bill, then you will be like shocked. So, oh, how much you have to pay?
Then a cricket center, they have been Tumba Soji was. Not Tumba, and get some of the Tumba. Cutting out only catch Doctor and send a second was, Cadina Como Chick, and Jan Tagan was. Cricket and Toyama called Darsha Chur, Tongomaro.
So then also, same with the credit card, right? So we don't see the money going, through the credit card. If it's like if we pay cash, then we see the real money going, and then we feel more maybe conscious or miserly about spending that much of money. But when we swipe the credit card, we don't see it, and so we think, oh, we're just swiping this much, and the next time we swap again and swipe and swipe, and then you end up spending so much more.
Today is up in a that short military go there, go on the Chitan door, Europe, you didn't read the Washington, you chocolate was.
So yeah, of course, there are certain things that we do need, right? It's necessary, and so of course it's all right to get those things.
Then Nimango Trasa de Ganzo, Nella tell it do it. Ganzo Cablayabana. Shut up cheek, say cheek, don't go chimsy Margandolo.
So, like in the monasteries, the monks only have one pair of robes. Like during Geshe time, he said, and before that even worse.
And then Ganzo Bena, Tonga Trisavana, and Chulon Royamata, Kutonga Koyamaros.
So like when we wash one pair of clothes, robes, you can't go out. You don't have other pair to wear, so you can't go out. You have to wait until it dries.
Yenaya, Tikabla Name, some sorting the leg marticle. Some pet you.
But at that time, didn't feel like, oh, I'm liking these things, or I don't have this. I didn't miss it. Mind is very relaxed. I said, okay, doesn't matter. I'll wait. It will dry, and I'll wear it.
Pena Tandika given American Pugusu the Benan, and so much you Tanosha peg up Puguana. Pugus Subo, and the peg is put to your Subontaya. Cemetery, no Tioyore.
So even though we don't have all those fancy clothes to wear, but body, like if you compare with the body of the kids in America and kids in Tibet, I think more healthy, and their mind is more happier. With less clothes.
Ganzo Temosa Nabada, and you Sada, Kenyan Cemetery, Chiri was not Chiri Kalia, Kenya Sado, Nabuja, Chirigan Tomere. I think to such a can I ask your money?
So the kids, they play with in Tibet, like the poor kids. They just play. They don't have any toys to play with. They just play with the muds and stones and sticks, and they are in the dust all the time. And even the candies they eat, sometimes they drop on the floor, and it's all covered with the dust. Still, they eat it, and doesn't matter. They don't get sick.
So that's
the handkerchief is their hand. The arm, the hand, is the handkerchief, and that's why they clean their snots. And the whole hand will be covered with snot, and it will be completely dark, black.
And then can't much
And the hand will be touching everywhere, right? And never washed it. There's no system of washing hand. Geshe say, like in his case, he never brushed his teeth, when he was young. He never brushed his teeth until he was 19 years old. He only brushed it after he came to India. It's not a good thing, but didn't have the facility to brush it. But everybody has a very strong teeth and very white teeth. But here, like you start from very young age, right? And then you have to always worry about the cavities and decays and all these things, and it's so expensive to do all those treatments for your teeth, right? So like in Tibet, when the tooth becomes loose, what they tie the tooth with a string, one end of the string, and the other end they put on a big stone, and they just throw the stone and they extract the teeth in that way. So that was a normal thing to do, right? So nobody felt like there was a problem, so everybody did that. Baby teeth, yeah. Baby teeth.
Also older teeth, again also called so big toothpiece.
So older people also, when their tooth becomes loose and it's about to come off, then they do that way. So, but we here care too much about those things, and then the businessmen also make those things, and I think that, it would be easier to do this way and that way, and then they make all these things, for making money.
I'm not saying bad things, but that systems kind of lose matter and
So I'm not saying it's this way is bad and this way is good, but because of the system and the way they things are done, it become, I think maybe brings more problems. So like in India, like the poor families, when they give birth to a child, they don't put a cloth on the child. They just lie them down. They're just lying, on the floor, and then that's it. There's nothing there. They're just like stay without a cloth, and they just lie down like that. Nobody's like there to like pay attention to them all the time. So sometimes those people are even more healthier. In Tibet, there's no babysitter. Like the kids, when they grow a little bit bigger and then they start to crawl or run around, you have to be like watching them, right? So here you have a babysitter. That in Tibet you don't have babysitter.
And
so of course the family doesn't have anybody to look after the kids. So father has to go out to work, mother has to do the chores in the house, and so what she does is she will just tie the baby, by a waist and then tie it to the pillar, so that at least the baby doesn't go to the fire or fall into the fire and burn.
And
so the baby is just playing around, and sometimes it will eat whatever it finds in his hand, and it could be something its own the baby's own poop, eaten, put in the mouth. So, but here, if you do that, maybe it will become a crime, right? Then maybe the parents might be taken to a jail. And so, but in that part of the world, like in Tibet, everybody did that way. So nobody thought seemed that like a crime. That doing that was the best way to look after the kid and find the ways to protect them, and that's the way they did it. And maybe it is a little rough way to grow up, but then later when they become older person, they become even more stronger.
제다가 아니 주주권의 소트와도 맞춰 쳐야 됩니다. 속깔면 간증에서도 장수 소파지 깔맞게 집어로 있어라서.
So there's no difference in having brushed your teeth since very young or not having brushed it. Because if you compare with Geshe's teeth, maybe it's about the same, as white as his teeth are as white as yours, right?
아직 가르다나 간증 아주 밀 가스지 지원도 들어가도 고고여서 가스지 전에 고고여.
And so for human beings like people, more we do, more we need. If you don't do it, you don't really need it. If you do it, you need more and more.
Right? We never think this is enough. We need more. Oh, that'd be nice. Right? First, like example, if you are not house, you can say, okay, if I can get the house I can run myself, you feel happy. Then they say, okay, if I get a car, then I'm more happy. You get a car. Then you need to, okay, which car? You're not enough just one car. You say, okay, that better name car. You need that. Then you know, okay, if I'm not a house, then I'm the more rich. Then you can get that. You need to also the location. Okay, not here, this bad place, and that place. You need to always more. We never think, oh, this enough. We never, mind stop, okay, this is enough. Therefore, we need to teach how we can stop that things. Therefore, this is for this text is very important. We call Lam-rim. It's one hand is very simple way to understand. One hand is also a little bit complicated, but you can read slowly, think about that. It's not talking about things beyond. They talk about reality. Because we talk about reality, then we have to accept that, right? Therefore, this is a talk about. Right now, we are in the samsara. We call samsara. Right now we are samsara. This is samsara is the not happy place. But we have no choice. We come here. We have no choice. We want to come samsara. Do you guys choice come here? Not this place. I said samsara. Are you choice? I want to burn this place. U.S. No, right? They come out. 간제 간주가 레사 사제 레세디 사야만나 레티긴 데베티 다 수모용 거로 왔겠는 데베 거라.
And so basically it is our karma, right? We have created the karma, and then when the karma meets with the condition, and when it ripens, then we experience the result.
근데 이제 아니 just 레세디 간주 jelagare 가디 제디 타타 요와치 다 대견은 레버 트마든 진데 춘여로 와.
So the karma, is a cause. Right? When the cause meets with the right condition, then it will ripen into a result. That's the reality, right?
맨날 간도 강을 미치게 되네. 오케이, 저랑 폴리티안데, 저랑 포멀티안데, 저랑 이슬라티안데, 저랑 아프리카티안데, 저랑 자티안데 간도 수직 맞다요 말했어.
So it's not like there is somebody above us and it says, okay, you're going to be born as a boy, you're going to be born as a girl, you're going to be born as an Indian, or you're going to be born as an African, you're going to be born as Asian, like that. Nobody has decided like that. So depending on whatever karma each individuals have created, then we get to be born in such and such places. And then even those causes are not created intentionally. And that karma, it was created by this self, right? The self grasping ignorance, the grasping at the self. So because we're controlled by that grasping at the self, which made us to create all this karma. Are there any of you who intentionally become angry, who happily become angry, willingly become angry? No? But we get angry, right? Depending on the condition that we meet with. And so what pushes us is that the mistaken mind is called the self-grasping ignorance.
원아디 가르나 마리바데 가올레지를 수소졌나 대가도 간제 녜스도 미시와인자 Take some Shabbat, rest something, and to teach Jilishuni, not to that can it second, Dunga second,
So where did this ignorance come from? Right? And then there are so many things that we are not aware of or we don't know, those things, because of not knowing, and then we think it's in this way, or it should be in this way, it should be in that way, or it's like this, or it's like that. Because of that mistaken mind, then that's called ignorance. Because of that, then we create all these negative karmas.
Okay? 다 가리고나 가리고 딴 생각도 가리고는 그디나야 녀발 받은 것이니 소소 녀발을 먼저 봐야 되는 거 좀 보시라래.
And so we have to understand what is a mistaken mind, right? What is a mistaken mind? What is not mistaken mind? And what is mistaken action? And what is not mistaken action? So by understanding, knowing that, then it says, okay, this is mistaken mind, so I should not engage in that, and then stop yourself from engaging in those mistaken actions.
Okay? 다들 뭐 다 가상도 줄로 봐 롱섬 되네 마. 된중 모두 봐 롱쇼도 됐으면 만도 이봐 타완도 별로 하지 된 말이야.
And so last time we stopped, somewhere in the middle, of the.
Remember? Remember where we stopped?
The 318, right? The outline 318.
Yeah,
Aging in death.
Yeah. So that's the paragraph that starts with, it is impossible for one set of link to be completed within the one lifetime under the power of one karma action. The fastest is definitely 2 lives.
Okay.
So after that, you see that? And it's in the outline 318. 318, so somewhere in the middle of the 318.
Remember where we stopped last
It says the law of cause and effect will accumulate non-virtuous action or karma, which is activated, craving and grasping, etc. It is impossible for one set of link to be completed within the one lifetime under the power of one karmic action. The fastest is definitely 2 lives.
You found that?
I see that.
Yeah. So which page is in that?
485.
In the second paragraph, right?
Second paragraph at the bottom.
What
Yep.
book? What kind of book you have?
The blue one.
The blue one.
Blue
See
one?
that?
Julia, you found? Blue one? The another one? The 3 different volumes? Okay. Do you find, Deborah, you found?
On the gold one, it's section 318, is that one?
Yeah, the gold one.
Is 531 for section 318, page 531.
What about the red ones? Do you find the red one?
531.
531 for the red ones.
Okay, you can read
Red
slowly
cover
then.
book.
Okay, now you can read, yeah.
Okay, so let's read from that right after that, okay? It takes longer when we have been unable to activate some karma through craving and grasping. Then the 3 components of the precipitated will be completed in one life. The 3 of the establishing limb in another life, and the 4 of the resultant precipitating limbs, as well as the 2 of the resultant manifest limb, will be completed. We accumulate living karma to be reborn in the lower realm, and the instinct is implanted. However, at the death of the Guru and others who induce virtuous thoughts in us, this activates a karma for a human rebirth, and we are next reborn as a human being. When we die, we activate the previous evil karma through craving and grasping and are reborn in the lower realm. In our example, there will be many intervening rebirths between the precipitating and establishing limbs, but there are still lives that belongs to the other set of life, and so do not occur. So to summarize, the fastest we can complete a set of link is in 2 lives, and the slowest in 3. It is not possible to do it any faster or more slowly. Each link gives rise to the link that follows it. So all sufferings, rebirth, aging, death, and so on, is experienced as a cycle. While we follow the links that resulted from the single karmic action, we may develop various other sets of links in their cause phase. Aging and death derive from rebirth. The compositional factors derive from ignorance, and so on. So one link follows another, and ignorance is therefore fundamental in causing the wheel of samsara to turn. Nagarjuna said, 2 of them derive from 3, 7 of them derive from 2. from the 7, the 3 occurs again. That is the wheel of life, and so it turns and turns. In other words, the 3 delusions links rise to the 2 karmic links, and from these come the 7 limbs of suffering. And from these, the 7 links come the 3 delusions, and so on. And the cycle is repeated, and the wheel of life turns without interruption. This is the revolving of the wheel of suffering. The 12 links can be default with another word. If we practice a path that is unable, we impair the compositional factors linked by preventing the ignorance link from occurring. This will put an end to all the sufferings intervening before aging and death. To summarize, the 12 interdependent links under the 3 types of links: the karma link, the delusion links, and the link of suffering. Ignorance, craving, and grasping are the 3 delusion links. The 2 karma links are compositional factors and becoming. The remaining links are the 7 links of suffering. As Nagarjuna said, the first 8 and the 9th are delusion, the 2nd and the 10th are karma, and the remaining 7 are suffering. The first line of the verse discusses the 3 links of motivation. The second line, the 2 karmic links of karmic actions of body and speech. That is the compositional factor and becoming. The third line, the things that are known experience. We have developed renunciation when, as a result of our meditation on the general suffering of samsara and the 12 dependent beings, we yearn to be liberated from samsara as a parishioner, free from prison. When you develop the mind with such yearning for liberation, you will then want to train in a path leading to freedom.
Okay? What do you think? Do you understand? Any questions? What they're talking about? Do you read before that? Do you heard before that? Do you understand?
Yeah, we taught us praise of dependent origination.
Yeah, we learned that. Do you have any questions here? Okay.
A lot of questions.
What's one question? Most deepest question one.
I don't understand the 2 derived from 3, 7 from 2. The wheel of life, it's a big question.
Okay. 다산 코와 세나다 간도다 계산들은 코와라 그래서.
So it's called the samsara, right? The wheel of life, the samsara. So samsara is where we're born now.
내 제도 다들 지금 간도선다 파만이 제가 간도 내 제죠. 파만이 제죠 말했어. 파만이 고다 깨는 거 왔어.
So how we are born here in this life, in this world, we usually say, oh, our parents brought us, right? But it's not really parents. The real cause is not the parents. Parents are just a condition.
아니 딘지 제와게 레데 제가 레데 간도 사샤로 대제 레데다 간지 계단데 아니 때내로 주니고 제가 요래.
And so the karma, it's the karma that brought us to be born as human beings. And then when did we create the karma? Who knows, right? But at some point we have created the karma, and through ignorance, we created that karma. And then when that karma meets with the condition, then we are born as a human being in this world.
진짜 마리바 사진도 마리바스다 미시바라 그래서.
And so for the ignorance first, right? The first of which is the ignorance. Ignorance means not knowing. Not understanding, not knowing, right?
저도 니블 가려 하고요. 니나를 가려 하고요.
Do you know what is inside that cup?
Tea, water, juice, milk. This is oil. 간단 가서 동면은 가서 차서 강한데 ignorant 차대로 와.
So if you don't know, right? If you don't know, then you're ignorant about it, right?
제가 ignorance 해된 거는 미시바들 ignorant. 마시바다 미시네 내가 지는 건도 내가 노트용 거로 와.
So if you do with ignorance or without knowing, then you make mistakes, right?
Right? Anyone know how you driving your car? Most right. 이나야 간도 sometimes accident check. Sometimes we do also accident, right? Do you hit your car any place? sides, doors, background, right? But we not intentionally, right? Also, this is also ignorant. We hit because ignorant. We don't know. We say we know, but we don't really know how to do it, or how we back out. How is it back? Or we don't see something behind that. We ignorant that.
So because of the ignorance or not knowing, we make many mistakes. And so whatever actions we have created through ignorance or through not knowing, when that action meets with the condition, the imprint of that action, when that meets with the condition, then it will ripen in the form of a suffering. So the flower, the beautiful flower that you see on the table here,
Right.
before we see it, before we can actually see it or experience it, how many people have gone through how much of hard works to bring it up? Or how many conditions has there been for this flower to come up?
Okay? How many you think? Thousands? Really?
So first you need the gardener or the person who sows the seed, right? And then you need the seed.
Somebody
And you need the ground where you sow it, right? Or you
Right.
plant it.
So
those are the main ones, right? And so just like that, whatever we are now, the handsome guy or beautiful girl, with a huge body, nice body, like that, went through so many causes and conditions for that body to come up, right? So when you have the seed, if you just, dig it, or place it under the ground, will it grow? So it will not grow just from the ground, right? It needs the water, it needs the manure, it needs like heat, the sunlight, all these things for it to grow. So and then even the flower that comes, we don't see the flower right away, right? First, what is called a bud, it comes up as a very small plant, and then it opens up then you see the bud, and then you see it gradually. It doesn't see right away. And so then it blossoms, right? So that's when you see the flower, real flower. And then the second moment of blossoming of it starts to decay. Start to die. And so that's how things come up, right? And so this is the division. Showing in this 12 interdependent link, how this causes this and this comes and through this and that, So that's what it's saying. This one is Nine Sumdang, and then Dunne, Nine Dun said, Sumne Nidang, Sumne Nidang, Nina Dun said. Ni said the Carre Disco goes.
They can get a Jejana called Chidro, Maribada Sepa.
Sumle Nisido.
Somely Nisendo, do you Mariba Sepa Lemba Somely, and then the Jetan and a Sepan Yongres.
So when it says in the text itself,
They hold
it
the
says that two of them derive from 3, and 7 of them derive from 2, and it's also in the explanation and in the next paragraph, right? In other words, the 3 delusions links give rise to the 2 karma links, and these 2, these comes the 7 link of the sufferings.
And Nile is about Lemba Nile and Dinjong race. That's all the city water lash down Lelondo. Tender Lachuni and Kalma Yabu Tijapina, Tombo Rawa, Java Numo Karo, Tombo Java Gunyumo, Nipa lay in there, Lama than the Dungayans. That's what Tangatan the Tabdojer.
To summarize, the 12 interdependent links can be brought under the 3 types of links: the common link, the delusion link, and the link of sufferings: ignorance, craving, and grasping. So those are the 3 delusions.
Okay.
2 delusions, and the 2 karma links, like the compensating factor and becoming. So from those 3 comes the 2.
Anyone?
And the remaining links are the 7 links of the sufferings.
Anyone able to say 12 links? 12 links without looking book?
Do you all know what are the 12 links of dependent rising?
Good. Yeah. Who can say without looking?
Becoming, aging, death, I can't do it in order.
Okay, he can. Bob, you can say? Okay. Who can say order? Really? Okay.
Ignorance, compositional factors, consciousness, name and form, 6 sense spheres, contact, feeling, craving, grasping, becoming, rebirth, aging and death.
That's good. Okay. This is the 12 links. Do you saw some pictures behind that? Someone holding like that?
So you see that in the picture of the wheel of life, there's this drawing, around the wheel. That's the drawing of the 12 link of dependent arising. And so inside that 12 link, then there's the 6 realms, right? And then inside there are like 3 pictures of the snake, pig, and a chicken.
I think
cock.
and then the
The cock, the chicken, male chicken, is it? Rooster. Right. The rooster symbolizes the attachment.
and the papa de
And the pig symbolizes ignorance.
and the papa de karo dul de shedan
And the snake symbolizes hatred or anger.
and cheda jena and chadang druni ngamati papa kalsu maro ro
So there's the way it is drawn is like the tail of the rooster, and the snake goes into the mouth of the pig.
karna and timu de la tene and chasa yongo
So he's saying that from the ignorance, the pig, from ignorance comes the attachment and anger. And so through the ignorance, then we create action, and then by creating action, we see, we sow a seed, for sufferings. So whenever that it's called the imprint, the action is created. Soon after you create the action, then you leave the imprint of that action. The action itself is gone; it's ceased, right? But the imprint of that action is left. So that imprint, when it meets with the condition, then it ripens in a form of suffering or happiness. And so, like once we start to wear clothes on our body, it starts to get dirty, right? It has already started to get dirty. So within 5 minutes, it's already dirty, is it? Right or wrong?
I don't know, it's right or wrong. 나도 수부트 내가 잡아 그에서 개매었나? 나도 수부트 내 둘러가네 잡아 그에서 개매어.
So, but if we have just taken a shower, right? If we have just taken a shower and put on a new cloth or a clean cloth, and then in 5 minutes it will be already dirty. So it's dirty. So, but you have just taken a shower. How can it get dirty, right? Huh?
나도 별아 안
So if it's
놓치라.
not hot, then it's not dirty.
Not as dirty.
But dirty is still dirty.
나도 뭐 별이나 안 놓치라 수부치오 어떻게 말했어. 수부치오. 가서
Like
뛰어는
in
이세요 말했어.
Tibet, like in high altitude, people don't take shower or bath, for years.
지지나 로중이 삼을 레트 그래.
Maybe once in a 12 years.
대투 그라 이세요 말해.
And then at that time maybe no soap.
나도 보고
You can just
싶어.
peel off the dirt.
Where they go out in the rain.
근데 나도 둘로 쭉 말해. 둘로 이게만 대대상 쭉 이게만 쭉 말해. 나도 이거가 쭉 소치네요 말해.
So and then they never wash clothes. Never wash clothes. Nowadays they do, but in this Geshe during his time there, they never washed clothes.
근데 나도 혼주 까오지 건바이나 니바차라 로니 사숨 건당으로 와. 까오지는 도구 말해. 잡아 건나오자.
So like when they wear a new cloth, like a white cloth, it's white at the beginning, right? And they've been wearing when they never wash it, and so by 2 years, when it's 2 years old, you don't see white at all, it's all black.
얘는 미카가 돼 나오고 이제 소화게 내고 말해. 미카가 들려 와.
But everybody is like that, right? So everybody wears, they never, they wear it and then they, wear it until it really, tears everything, turns apart. So nobody cares about that.
아니 이거 된데 배화식 배반 로파식이야. 자나로 살았고 자나래야. 아니 자나로네 아니 다 미카가 고셔로 살아. 미카가 고전에 고 칼에 칼에 살았어. 그거는 밑에서 광아시오 시행도 고 삼도 고 삼에 이제 고 주말에 그 자나만 나지 타오지 토마토에 들어.
So this is a nomad, right? So the nomads in Tibet, that's what they do. They have one cloth and they wear it until it, it's gone. So one time this nomad went to China, and everybody were like running away from him, and he thought they were like all scared of him, but actually it was his smell and the dirt, they're running away from.
아, 그래서 그 사자 만들어서 사자 찔러는 따다는 찔러 건드기 말고 가가.
So depending on different places, right? So in nomad place, he was okay, but in a city, maybe he's not. So.
Therefore, I'm the nomad. It's same as my hometown like that. But right now, last couple of years, I went back. I said, "Do you guys wash your clothes?" I said, "Yes, we wash." How many days? At the least 20 days, they wash their clothes. Also, they take more shower. They have also more soups. Like that anyway. 그러나 간주의 액션이 제와 있나? 뒤에 바자 세ting 간주 남신당 샤로 그래서 간주 통고 말해.
So whenever we create some kind of action, the imprint of that actions will be left in our consciousness, which of course we don't see, right? The imprint of the action left in our consciousness is not seen.
근데 단다 지나서 개화사기로 했어. 다 개회 바자 줘도 생각나 샤기요.
And the same with the positive actions, right? So when you create a positive action, a virtuous action, then the imprint of that virtuous action is also left on your consciousness.
제가 청소 공로라고 시사나 뒤에 바자 양 남성 샤기요.
And also when you get angry, and do something or think something or say something, then with that you create a non-virtuous action. Right? You leave the imprint of that non-virtuous action again in your consciousness.
오게 두 전에 레산에까지 땡데라 주니건 코도 치고도 지던 코도 되다 말이 방가나 안에 랭가 그래서 일단 말이 밤에 와서는 레시만 가는 그래서 나와.
And so in this way you circle in cyclic system through creating the karma. So what is the root of all this? Is the ignorance. So when you stop the ignorance, then everything else will be stopped.
Okay, like that. But this is maybe read more. You can go back to read more. 12 links. It's a very interest. How we circle. Walking. Therefore, yeah, like that. Okay. Now today also I have to go somewhere. Then you guys also do slowly finish prayer. Okay. I just jump up. Okay. Thank you everyone.
Saji perki Xing mei tong tram ri rob ling ji ni de gen pa di san ge jing du mi te u er yi zhou gu nam dag jing la zhi pa shou jie tsun la me ku tse rag ten jing nam ka din le jo chu gen pa dang lo zong tem pe lum me sa sum gi zhou wei mun sel ta tu ne gyur chi idam guru rabam mandala kaniyatayami. From my two collections, vast as space that I have amassed from working with effort at this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds' wisdom eye is blinded by ignorance. Even if I do not reach this state, may I be held in your loving compassion for all my lives Manjushri. May I find the best and completely graded paths of the teachings, and may I please all the Buddhas by practicing. Using skillful means drawn by the strong force of compassion, may I clear the darkness from the minds of all beings with the points of the paths as I have discerned them. May I uphold Buddhist teachings for a very long time. With my heart going out with great compassion in whatever directions the most precious teachings have not yet spread, or once spread have declined, may I reveal this treasure of happiness and aid. May the minds of those who wish for liberation be granted bounteous peace, and the Buddhist deeds be nourished for a long time. By even this great course of enlightenment defeated due to the wondrous virtuous conduct of the Buddhas and their children. May all human and non-human beings who eliminate adversity and make things conducive for practicing the excellent paths never be parted in any of their lives from the purest path praised by the Buddhas. Whatever someone makes an effort to act in accordance with the tenfold Mahayana virtuous practices, may they always be assisted by the mighty ones, and may oceans of prosperity spread everywhere. Gari rawe kowe jinkan dear pendan dewe mau zhongwe ne chenre zigwan tenzin gatso yi japan seve batu tengyur chi. Page 49 for the short long life prayer for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. You who uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjuna's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplish magnificent prayers honoring the three jewels, Savior of myself and others, your disciples, please, please live long. Prayer to always meet with perfect teachers. Your form embodies all Buddhas. Your nature is that of Adadara. You are the root of the three jewels. Homage to you, O Gurus. In short, I seek your blessings, O Protector, to be cared for by you from birth unremittingly throughout all my lives, and thus to become your chief disciple, holding every secret of your body, speech, and mind. O Protector, please grant that all be auspicious for me to be foremost among your very first circle of disciples, wherever you manifest Buddhahood, so that all my temporal and ultimate wishes, without exception, may be effortlessly and spontaneously fulfilled. In all my lives, never separated from perfect gurus, may I enjoy the magnificent Dharma. By completing the qualities of the stages and paths, may I quickly attain the state of Adadara. Furthermore, in life after life, may I, pleasing him in return, be forever fostered by an accomplished Mahayana spiritual master, the source of every virtue of this world and beyond. In his care, may I acquire in him a firm, unshakable faith, pleasing him by every means possible, doing nothing even for an instant to disappoint. May my spiritual master impart to me every instruction and every teaching in its entirety. Having understood them faultlessly, may I practice them and be able to bring them to perfection. May I never even for a moment fall under the sway of malevolent teachers and misleading friends. Having developed in every life belief in cause and effect, renunciation, the Bodhi mind, and pure view, may I embark upon them continually with effortless experience. In every life, may every experience, action gathered by way of body, speech, and mind be causes solely for the welfare of others and for the purest and highest enlightenment. Page 57, prayers of dedication. Through this virtue may I swiftly, having gained Buddha state, place each and every sentient being without exception in that state. Precious supreme Bodhi mind, may it where unborn arise, and where born never decline, but increase forevermore. Page 75. Nigme tse wei te chen chen rei zik, dream kien pei wang po chom pel yang, gan chen ke pe song yen Tsongkhapa, no san dra pe java so. Just a couple quick announcements. On Tuesday, there's Medicine Buddha Puja at 7 o'clock, and then Geshe-la's class on the 70 topics on Wednesday. And check the calendar for next weekend, for next Sunday, because I think Geshe-la is traveling, but I don't know what has been posted in place. Pardon? That was last Thursday. So next Saturday, a week from this next Saturday, the 27th will be the next Guru Puja. Yeah, there was Tara last Wednesday, and then Guru Puja on Thursday, and then so Medicine Buddha this Tuesday, and next Guru Puja would be the 27th, which is this Saturday. And if people have time, as usual, if you can help not only put